Hey guys, so February favorites, and the way that I do my favorites is I come with the top 5 favorites and then any other fails that I would have had in the month, right? I used to go, I used to like pick everything that I was loving for the month, but in reality, you know, when I think about favorites, it has to be the stuff that really gave me pause, really, you know, if I lost it tomorrow, I would have to go replace it type items, you know? So hence the top 5 favorite products for February, right? I'm in a different area. Is this Get Ready With Me up yet? It might be up. I think, yeah. So y'all know my vanity is over here, right? All right. So favorites. Let's start with the fail first. So y'all know this past month was All Black Everything February, and so all the products, well, most of the products mentioned will be from Black-owned brands, right? This is a sort of fail, okay? So this is, what's up? So this is a sort of fail. This is the Nessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover, and I have a foundation files. That's the video where I wear a foundation all day, give you a review and all that jazz. So I do have a foundation files on this. I'll link it in the description box if I remember, or in the cards, wherever those go. And it's a cream foundation. It's a cream foundation with a pump, right? And so it can almost make you feel like it's a liquid, but it's not, right? You just need legit a pump, if that much. And for me, I cannot use it alone. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful foundation.
Keep going.
What?
Keep going.
Okay. It's a beautiful foundation, but I'm an oily mess. Oily, greasy mess after using this. So the way I've been using it is I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 shades of this because, yeah. So I have 5 shades of this. And the way I've been using it is as a mixing foundations. A lot of the Black-owned foundations that I have run a little bit too warm. And so, and by warm, I mean orange. And so the neutral ones in this, I have neutral 8 and then I have neutral 7 also. Neutral 7 more than neutral 8. Neutral 8 is good when I'm a bit more tan to mix with. But neutral 7, like I have neutral 7 on today with Fashion Fair's Hazelnut stick foundation. And they have been really good for mixing. And yeah, so it's a sort of fail. I didn't really have too many just outright fails this month, thankfully. But yeah, so this is the sort of fail for February. All right, let's get into favorites. Let's get the primer out of the way. Like I said, I'm oily, very oily, and I was a die-hard fan of Becca Evermatte. Love Becca Evermatte. This one right here, Can't Stop, Won't Stop from NYX, matte primer. This is everything, everything. If you love Becca Evermatte, but don't like the price tag, get this. Like, in my opinion, it might work better than Becca Evermatte. And it feels the exact same. You know how Becca Evermatte almost feels like powder and silicone mixed, if that makes sense. It goes on the same. It feels really good on my skin, and I really go in here with it. The only thing with this, you can't put too much down because you will kind of get a weird, it looks weird, especially right here. So you have to really go in and kind of rub it into the skin, or if you're using a brush, a flat top brush, and kind of buff it in or whatever. But man, legit matte. Between this and my Too Faced powder, I think I talked about in January's favorites, between this as my first step and then my Too Faced matte peach powder, which they came out with a caramel colored one. Y'all see why this no buy is a problem? Because I need that. Okay. Anyways, between this step and then the peach powder from Too Faced, bruh, like, I mean, I'm still oily, but it's not like take a card and scrape your face oily. Like, I just look a little moist, you know, a little, you know, glowy or whatever with these two. But I really, 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 really love this, and definitely, this is something I'm going to rebuy. I bought this in December, and I have that much left of it, so I use it like daily. Really love that. Let's talk about this bronzer. So this is Morena Butte. This is the Swedish brand. I talked about them in my. I'm ashy. I talked about them in my. What was it called? 9 brands on my radar, black owned brands on my radar. And so this is the bronzer. I freaking love this bronzer. I have it on today. I mean, can you see it? I'm not sure if you can actually see it, but I have it on today and I love this bronzer. It is, for me, in like just, you know, shade references, I'm Lancome 500W, 6W1 in Estee Lauder, MAC NC50, Makeup Forever Y505. Those are like my shades that I can wear. And yeah, this is beautiful. I think they're cutting my grass. But yeah, I love, love, love this bronzer. It is the perfect depth, the perfect warmth, goes on really smooth. Can you see it? Like, do you see that color? It has the right amount of warmth in it that it's just beautiful on. It's just beautiful on. Just really love this, and definitely I'm good for bronzers this year between this and my Prime Beauty one. But definitely, if you're looking for a bronzer and you're a brown girl like me, this is a really, really good one. Really good one. All right, so this video should be up. The Tribe Palette 3 Looks 1 palette video, okay? This palette is so good. So good. So y'all saw the 3 looks that I was able to do with it, right? I did an additional 4 looks on top of that. So I got 7 looks in 1 week with this palette. That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy, but for a palette that has 9 shades, to get 7 looks out of it, and looks that weren't inherently colorful. When you look at this, a lot of people would only see like the greens and orange and think, oh, I have to do a colorful look. No, babe, you don't. Like, you can get a very neutral look out of this, a very toned down look out of this, a very kind of daytime look out of this. Like, this is such a good palette. It's so good. I think it might be my favorite Juvia's palette. I have to go back and use some of them, but this girl hair is so pretty to me. Golly. But what you call it? I think it might be my favorite Juvia's palette. It is just, it's so good. I really, 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 really enjoy it. Really enjoyed this. And then I have 2 lip products. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 2 lip products. So these are 4 and 5. So Be Elegant, Bellegant, Pretty Natural. I have it on today, but I have a kind of purple gloss on top. But this is a nude, a liquid matte nude that is my lips, a little bit deeper than my lips, but my lips. And it's perfect if I'm like wearing just lashes and like an easy face, like a BB cream or something, and I want a lip. This is what I go for. I really like nude lips. I gravitate towards nude lips a lot, especially like this year I've been doing my makeup group, Makeup Matters for Women of Color. We've been doing palettes of the week. So each week I have a different palette, and I focus on creating looks with the makeup palettes, right? And so for me, I've been doing a lot of looks that are involved on the eye. And a lot of times if I'm doing a lot of stuff on the eye, I'm not wearing a bold lip to go with it, especially because most of the time I'm doing looks to go to work. And for me, it's either or. Like either you have bold lip, clean eye, or bold eye, clean lip, you know. This right here, this liquid matte is just, it's perfect. It's the perfect nude lip for me. And then on top of that, I'm going to preface this by saying I've lost two Pat McGrath glosses this month. Not sure where they went. They're gone. Well, one of them, the Astral, the one that's kind of white with like purple and pink and stuff in it, that one I lost at my waxing place. But the other one, the gold one, I have no idea where it is. But this, I really like this. This is Flesh Astral, and it is a nude, a lighter nude. So I don't have to wear it with a lip liner if I don't want to. But I would say if you're a bit darker than me, it might be nice to kind of, you know, put a lip liner on. It is on the peachier side of nude for brown girls, in my opinion. So that's the only thing. But I really like Pat McGrath's glosses. And like, they're not the most impressive thing in her line, but I really like them. And I would definitely, this is something I would rebuy if I was to lose it. God, knock on wood, because I don't want to have to rebuy this or whatever. But I really, really, really like this gloss. Really like this gloss. And yeah, so those are the 5 products. No skincare again this month because I'm literally using the same things that I've been using. So there's nothing that's standing out to me. My skin is doing fairly well. Breakouts here and there, but the ones that I have are fading fast, thank God, with the skincare that I'm using. And I know I need to do a skincare regimen. I know it's coming. One day I'll get it filmed. One day. As far as books, best book I read this month, and I will link my book list for the year down in the description box. I have a list on my blog of the books that I'm trying to get through this year, and I think I'm finished with 5 so far for the year. So yeah, we shall see. The best book this month was Gabrielle Union's We're Gonna Need More Wine. She seems like such a cool, down-to-earth person. The book covered a bunch of topics, so it was kind of like stories from her life that she picked and chose to kind of put into the book. And I mean, she touches on heavy stuff. She touches on her violent rape, you know, at gunpoint. She touches on miscarriages and trying to conceive. She touches on, you know, being Black in Hollywood, being Black in a predominantly white town, that kind of stuff. And then she touches on lighthearted stuff, you know, like your whole phase that you go through and all that stuff. So it was such a good book. It was definitely a pleasure read, much like a lot of these kind of biographies that a lot of the stars are putting out nowadays. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it kind of, you know, I always liked her because, I mean, I've watched Being Mary Jane, and, you know, Two Can Play That Game. I think that was the first movie I saw her in, Bring It On, all those movies or whatever. So I've always liked her, and like I follow her on Instagram and stuff, and seeing her and Dwayne and all that stuff, and now with her daughter and stuff, it's just, reading that book, it makes me happy for her. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I'm happy for you or whatever. So really enjoyed that book. Yeah. The other book I read this month was The Hate You Give. It was okay. It's not a favorite. Favorite TV shows. I finally finished Orphan Black. I must be the last person on earth to finish Orphan Black. The only reason why I remembered that I didn't finish is one of the girls in my TV group on Facebook said something about Orphan Black, and I was like, did I ever finish that show? Went back to watch it on Amazon. Of course I haven't. So finished that. God, it's so good. It's, for those of you who haven't seen it, if you like character-based stories that have a sci-fi edge, that's what I would say it is. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. And then This Is Us. So I'm filming this the week after Best Episode, and that episode might just be the best episode This Is Us has put out. I mean, granted, I may be biased because I love Beth. I relate to Beth. That episode, her being West Indian, her, her, that relationship with her mom, just seeing that, and, the writers on This Is Us, whoever writes for Beth, and whoever, just the writers in general, they have this way of tying characters across the timelines. And like, you saw the parallels between Beth and her mom now, Beth's dad and Randall now, the actresses that they chose to pick to play Little Beth and then Teenage Beth. Teenage Beth killed it. The mannerisms, like she had, what's her name? Susan Quilucci's. I don't know the actress's, the adult Beth actress's name. First name is Susan for sure. But Teenage Beth, like, dude, amazing. But it was such a good episode, and they captured that Black family so well. I mean, still in this day and age, it's hard we're hard pressed to see Black families portrayed in a real way, a way that is not full of stereotypes, especially the negative stereotypes. I mean, the strong Black woman was portrayed in this episode, and that is kind of a trope that is, something we see a lot in television and film and all that jazz. But it's also something that, Black women grow up with. You need to make sure that, you have your career, and your career needs to be something that isn't based in dreams and something, you get what I'm saying? Like something that's stable, something that, is going to be there regardless, not dance like Beth was, trying to pursue. But it was such a good episode, And Felicia Rashad, oh, I love to see her on screen. Like, I hope, we get to see more. Of course, Beth is a side character like Toby, and so I doubt we'll get to see more, but Toby had his episode this year, and then Beth had hers, so it was nice. So definitely This Is Us or whatever. All right, guys, so that is it for my favorites this month for February. Make sure you go watch the Get Ready With Me for this look. I talked about what's coming up in March. I was all over the place, but y'all be fine. Talk about what's coming up in March. So I will be doing a Pop of Color series in March, so look out for that. And yeah, I think that's it. Let me know what you liked for February, what, tickled your pickle or whatever, what, was a disappointment for you. So maybe I can stay clear of that. And I will be getting back to using my regular products. So especially the eyeshadows, if there's a palette that I went through in my eyeshadow collection that you want to see used for a 3 Looks 1 palette or just a tutorial, get ready to read type thing, let me know and I'll try to include it sometime soon. All right. So make sure you follow me on all of my social medias. Is that how I feel so old saying that? Because I know that's not how the kids nowadays say it. The fact that I say the kids nowadays lets you know how old I am. But follow me on all my social media handles, Ashley Kristena, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. I think that's it. I don't Snap. I don't do all that. I don't Twitter. I don't tweet. I be trying, but I can't. But yeah, so follow me on all those, and then Makeup Matters for Women of Color on Instagram for that kind of stuff. And yeah, so I will talk to y'all later. Bye.